up. Don't be used as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up.
A video today just asking girls what they think about Daygame, and we're gonna actually ask them exactly like what do you think about Daygame, because you know, like it's almost like it feels sometimes that
the media is making it bad, isn't it?
Well, it's almost like even just from our own, I guess what you could call a community, it's almost like, oh no, it's a taboo word. We can't say Daygame around girls because they're going to think it's weird. We can't mention about the fact that we tend to approach girls like on the street. So like, because obviously a lot of this is about kind of normalizing it, not turning it into this weird esoteric thing. Or this weird clandestine activity that guys are doing, and it's all secretive. It's like, well, you know, let's ask girls what they think about it, and actually say Daygame. You know, just not have to like hide away from actually saying what we actually are doing, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Just get their opinions about it, and just
normalizing it, because obviously it's just a word that, you know, Daygame has got some bad rap around it, but at the end of the day, it's just about incorporating this stuff into your lifestyle, whatever you're kind of. Yeah, when you're going about the gym, work, just sort of doing it here and there. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see women's opinions on what they think about Daygame. You know?
Yeah.
Just here with, what's your names?
Ariadne.
And Nat.
Nat, okay, that's quite a cool name.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what's your views on Daygame? Have you heard of it?
No, never.
No.
It's just basically meeting women during the daytime, no social media, online dating, no Tinder, none of these apps.
I'd be very pro that, yeah.
Yeah, like guys coming up, you know, just giving you a compliment in the daytime.
Well, it depends on when and where, right? I mean, you wouldn't have that as like, I don't know, like not in like, for example, if you're going for a run, you don't want people to like heckle you right for your number, but if you're at a bar, I think that's quite, I mean, like daytime or a cafe or something, someone came up to you, it wouldn't be that strange, I don't think.
A big no-no in the gym. Don't do it in the gym. Just basically don't do it when you're working out.
Yeah.
Do you get that quite often then in the gym, guys sort of staring at you?
Last month in the gym when I just literally came off the treadmill, sweating, like, you know, you're just in your own little world, dying, and then this guy was like, oh yeah, you're running really fast. I'm like, thanks. He's like, can I get your number? Like, no, my boyfriend's over there working out.
Yeah, so how did you meet your boyfriend? Was that online or real life?
That was actually online on Bumble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be an arsehole at first, but he actually turned out to be alright.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
What about you then? Do you meet in real life?
We met at university, yeah, we lived on the same street, so.
Oh, like so through your friends, yeah.
Old school, yeah, well, I think just around like campus, and then turns out one of our friends knew one of his friends, and that sort of like small world type thing.
Nice.
But yeah.
Where are you from, by the way?
Sweden originally.
Oh, Sweden, nice, yeah, awesome. So, okay, any other questions about Daygame, Ed?
If you weren't like, if they weren't single, if they were single, would they prefer to meet via like dating?
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you weren't married, or no, if you weren't, would you prefer to meet guys in real life or online?
I'd definitely say real life. Like, I think most of my friends who have like functioning, happy relationships I've met at work, or like, I don't know, around there, like doing maybe socials, like sports or things together, that sort of.
So you mean people who meet in real life have a better relationship than the people who met online, you think?
I think it's like different. I think people are a lot more tolerant and open and don't have like a checklist of things.
Like a checklist,
maybe,
yeah.
Like, as opposed to like online, you'd be like, I don't know.
Criteria,
yeah.
Online is just so easy to judge, isn't it? Like by how they look, you're like swipe, 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 and then you just don't really get to know that person.
And there's a lot of strange people as well.
Yeah,
I suppose they're everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of creeps, right?
Yeah. Ask them if they would, like, if they were walking down the street shopping or on the way to work or something. If that would be cool as well.
Yeah, if you're on your way to work, walking down the street, and you see a guy sees you, he comes up, says hello. Like, how would you feel about that?
No.
Probably not if I was in a hurry.
Yeah.
And that's probably quite hard for the person to gauge. So I think like commute, probably a no-no. But if it's just like strolling, I don't know, with an ice cream, chatting with friends or something, and someone came up, it wouldn't be strange, I don't think.
I feel like I'd be more comfortable with that if I was with like you. But by myself, if I
Yeah,
was
by
walking,
yourself,
I'd be
it's a
like,
bit.
Yeah.
You think they're trying to sell you something at the same time, like, including
Yeah.
themselves, but you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Any more questions?
Huh?
No, that's it. Okay, cool. So my question is, first of all, what do you think about Daygame?
About what?
Daygame. Do you know? You don't know what that is?
No.
It's like so let's say you're walking down the street or you're in a cafe or like you're just doing your shopping or something, and then a guy comes up to you to try and chat you up,
No.
like in a public.
No,
What do you think
freaked
about
out
that?
right now.
No.
Is that really weird?
It
or-
depends.
It depends
what
how they approach
conversation it
you.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens if he's like really nice and you like him as a person, and he's just having like a normal chat?
If it's a normal conversation, he arrange like meet up in the future, fair enough.
I wouldn't
But,
give
like,
my number, I just don't.
Even if it was like Brad Pitt or something.
Oh, if it's Brad Pitt, I just go straight.
So like you would, right?
Different.
Okay, but if it was a guy like on his level, would you? And he came up to you like when you're like you just come out of Zara or something, would you
It
do?
depends what conversation it is. If it's a good conversation, then yeah. If it's too full on, then no.
Okay, so what's a good conversation for you then?
Don't start with a compliment. That's just cheesy. That's weird.
Okay.
Don't do that.
So how would you do it then?
Just go straight in with it. I'll just say go straight in. Be like,
Like,
I've seen you. I think you're attractive. Like, how do you feel about going on a date? And then
Yeah.
that's just straightforward. If you
Yeah.
say to me compliments and everything, that's just striking it off.
If you're just too much, it's like really icky. It's like no.
The thing is with that though, right, is that if you say that and then like let's say you don't have a conversation, it's just like it's just based on like looks
I
basically,
think
right?
you need a conversation first because
Yeah.
I think humour is more.
Okay.
you can find that out on the
It
day
helps to be
after.
Brad Pitt's level, but like that's just humour.
If you find it out on the day after, and you can just run away on the day.
No, I would go for. I'd go for humour first.
Okay, cool.
You-
And like okay, so, but would you prefer a guy to like come up to you like on the street or something like that compared to like online, or what would you prefer?
I prefer on the street
I'd
than
prefer
online.
on the street than online.
Because then you know they're
I think
fake.
online's weird.
Yeah. So what,
I don't
what
Yeah, no,
Like
no.
that's just nuts.
so what's your preferred method of like meeting a guy then?
Probably like a pub when everyone's drinking, it's all chilled
Yeah,
out.
if you met someone in person, but like I don't like in the day, I'd be a bit confused because I don't know why. I just feel like no one else is as in the same. I don't
Okay.
know, like
I think in like a pub or like that sort of environment in the evening. It's better.
yeah, in the evening.
Yeah. Okay.
But day, I'd be a bit just like where
Okay.
because
cool.
I don't know. To be fair, like I don't have much experience. I can't really talk about that.
Cool. All right. Yeah. No, that's good. Thanks for that.
What's your opinion on Daygame?
On what, sorry?
Daygame.
Daygame? I don't know what that is.
All right. No, it's just basically meeting women during the daytime. No social media apps, like a guy coming up to you in real life. What do you think about
I
that?
think it's a cool idea. I don't know. I haven't met many people who have done that before. I think I only have one friend who has basically had some guy coming up to her, inviting her for a date.
Oh, really?
If that's the question.
Oh, in real life?
Yeah.
Only
In the park.
in the park?
Yeah, in the park during the daytime.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So only one of your friends has ever had that happen?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty rare. So like, how do you meet guys? Is it online usually or real life?
I think it's mostly online.
Online.
Yeah, it's mostly online. For me, it's a bit difficult to say because I'm actually married. So.
Oh, right, fair enough. Well, that's okay. It's not about your specific situation. I'm just saying, in general, like.
In general, it's online. I'd say it's more difficult to do it online rather than real life.
Okay, yeah. And how did you meet your husband then? Was that online or real life?
That was online.
Okay.
I know, right? A very typical story.
Was that Hinge, Tinder, Bumble?
It was Tinder.
Tinder. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Not the platform you would expect. Hiya. Oh yeah, we're doing an interview for YouTube actually. Yeah. So all right. So you met. Okay. So like, what would your advice be to guys who want to improve their confidence?
Don't lie on the apps. I think don't lie about who you are, and I think it works out generally better because everyone knows what to expect.
Yes.
Same goes for girls, for boys, it's the same. I think
Okay.
just don't lie, stay in reality who you are, what your expectations, what you're looking for, and see how it goes. And why you're actually using the app. Is it for dating? Is it for having fun? Is it for something else, meeting friends, you know?
All right, awesome. Okay, well, thanks for your time. Yeah.
No worries.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
That was good.
Right, yeah, thanks.
Okay, so yeah, what I want to ask you is, what's your opinion about Daygame?
About
Daygame.
Daygame?
Daygame.
What's that?
So like, let's say you were just in a public place and a guy just came up to you to like chat you up and maybe go on a date with you one day. What do you think about that?
Depends if I'm single or not.
Okay.
If I'm single, like it's fine. If I'm not, I wouldn't do it.
Okay. When you say fine, is it like it's okay if it happens, or do you actually like it, kind of thing?
Not looking for it, but if I meet someone that seems interesting, I would do it for a date.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're open to it, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say it's like the best way for you to meet a guy, or what would you say?
I prefer like meeting someone physically than online. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So like, so do you have like not as good experiences with like Tinder or like something else?
No, not really a fan of dating apps.
Okay, and why is that?
I don't know. I just like to meet someone in person and see the vibe that they give. So
Okay, because you can't really tell their personality
Yeah.
from. Okay, cool.
online you have like you're someone, but in person you are someone
Yeah.
else. So
Okay. Have you experienced it much where like a guy might come up to you in I don't know, like here or somewhere where like they stop you in the street?
I
and
feel
then-
like in London it happens a lot
Okay.
than from where I'm from.
Oh, I see. So you have experienced it already?
Haven't met someone that I would like to go on a date. So
Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. But you're still open to it, so it's okay. That's interesting. Cool. All right, that's really cool. That's really interesting. Thanks for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
That was good. Yeah, thank you. Cool.
what's your YouTube channel?
You ready?
Yes.
You ready? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So first of all, what do you think about Daygame?
Dating.
Daygame.
Daygame. Actually, I don't know what is daygame.
Oh, okay.
I never have.
It's basically like when a guy comes up to you, like on the street or in a coffee shop or in the supermarket, any public location, to try and like chat you up, get to know you, maybe get your phone number, and maybe go on a date another time.
Oh.
So yeah, what do you think about that?
Well, I think that could be funny, maybe. But I'm not that kind of person that likes these things. I mean, it depends. It depends by the circumstances as well.
Okay.
I
So
think
like, what kind of circumstances would make it so
well,
that you would?
It's different when someone would like to stop me when we are in a club, maybe, full of alcohol.
Yeah.
It would be different. Maybe if I'm reading a book in a bench.
Yeah. So what would you prefer? Like when you're reading a book or in a club?
Reading a book.
Really? And why is that?
Because it's a different approach. Maybe we can talk about reading, for example. Something more interesting than, okay, give me your number, you're beautiful, that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can have a bit more of a conversation
Yes.
about
Yes.
like whatever it is that you're doing.
Yes.
Okay, that's
More
interesting.
into it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just wait for this car. Okay, cool. So like, have you ever like experienced it when like a guy comes up to you like during the daytime to say hello to you and speak to you?
Yes.
You have? Okay. Is it quite common for you? You can be completely honest, like,
For example, it just happened
yeah.
that someone came to me.
Oh, before me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Told me as that
Yeah.
I am a cute face, something like that. But,
yeah.
I mean, can happen.
So it's quite common then, I guess, for you.
I think it's common, but not just for me.
Okay.
I suppose. Yeah.
Okay. And do you like it when it happens, or is it quite annoying for you, or
For me, it's quite annoying.
really?
Yeah.
And is it only because it happens a lot, or is it just because of the fact that it's like, you know, it's like you don't like the actual thing?
Well, because I would like a different approach, maybe.
So what kind of approach?
Because usually, the guys that do like that or are with company, for example, so they like to show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To show off, like.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are approaching to women,
Yeah.
girls.
So it's a kind of ego that's coming out. And
So,
I don't like that, no.
Okay. So what would you prefer instead?
Well, I prefer more intimacy and more slowly, yes, the approach, but I like supple guys.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And then one final thing. Do you ever like meet guys online, like on Instagram or dating apps or?
I've tried when I was single to meet people, but it didn't work because it's not for me. I like
Okay.
face-to-face approach.
Oh, I see.
And because most of the people were interested in sexual approach.
Yeah.
And I like it. It depends also by the app, I suppose.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And right now, are you like in a relationship?
Yes.
So maybe that's why you find it maybe a bit annoying when loads of guys coming up to you.
maybe, yes.
Yeah.
Of
Okay.
course.
So like if you were single, maybe would you maybe be more open to it or?
Maybe it depends by the circumstances, as I
Yeah.
told you before. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Nice.
Just to be open in new friendship is fine.
Yeah.
It's difficult, you know, to meet people that are just interested in friendship and not
Yeah.
something else.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. No, that was good. Good answers there. That was really helpful. That was good. Thank you. Okay. Cool. So first of all, I want to ask you guys, what do you think about Daygame? Of Daygame?
Daygame?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't know what it is? Do you know? Oh, it's basically like when a guy, like, for example, you're walking down the street, or you're in Tesco's getting your shopping, or you're in a cafe drinking coffee. A guy just comes up to you to try and chat to you, and maybe like build a bit of a connection, get your number, maybe go on a date another time. Like, what do you think about that?
It's never worked for me, and I've never really heard of a success story. But
Okay.
Actually, I wouldn't mind a lot, but it depends the kind of approach that he
Okay.
has. If it's like a bad approach, like, hey girl, what are you doing? I wouldn't like it at all. Depends. If it's the kind of cute and shy approach, like, I really like you, I don't want to get this chance to go away and like talk to you or something, I wouldn't mind.
Okay. So you would be open to that, basically? Yeah. Okay. And what about you? Did you find that is never going to work with you, or?
not that it's never gonna, but I don't know. It's too impulsive for me, and I need time.
Okay. So like, what would you prefer? If not that, how would you like to meet a guy, or in what kind of scenario?
Like in a work environment.
Okay. Like in an office?
Yeah, now it would be in an office because I have an office job.
Okay.
But previously I was always working like front of house, it'd be that kind of dynamic. But like, yeah, organic, where you kind of have the opportunity to interact rather than you look good. Because you know, it feels like it's superficial.
Okay. Can I ask you, like, if it's like in the workplace, like, let's say you did like get into a relationship there, would you find it awkward if like it went really badly and then you still have to be like in the same kind of space as that person?
And there's a saying, I don't know if I can say it, but don't shit where you eat.
Yeah. don't shit on your doorstep. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
So like, is that like a risk you'd be willing to take, or?
I mean, I guess the thing is, in that kind of dynamic, you would think that you obviously have something in common, and you would understand the lifestyle, and you know, you feel like you trust them a little better.
Yeah.
You know, the lifestyle.
Okay. All right. So that's that's like your preferred way of doing it, yeah?
What we would prove, like in an organic way.
And what about you? So what's your preferred way? Would it be like meeting like on Daygame or?
Okay, actually, sounds a bit strange to say it, but like in a crowded place, if somebody will approach me, I would prefer it more than when somebody knows me. Because when you know me, you're like, let's try. When another person is on let's say a pub with 100 people and he's approaching you, he's liking you. He's showing that he has an interest in 100 people. He has it on you.
Okay.
So I really I appreciate a lot when, for example, I'm walking on the street and somebody stops me.
Okay.
It's like, look how many girls and you're stopping me. So it's like
that's a really interesting perspective, actually. Yeah. Does that do you think like it makes you kind of feel special in a way? Would you say?
Not special, but it's taste. For example, me too looking over here, just maybe I will look at somebody and say maybe he's the only one that attracts my attention. So maybe he approached me because I'm the only one that attracts his attention at the moment.
Yeah.
In that room with those kind of people.
Would it bother you if you knew that he had already approached other girls before he approached you?
Yeah, if I see them, I'm just gonna have like joke with
But you know, like in dating, it's quite normal to like, you know, like for guys to have to do a lot of approaches in order to find a girl that actually likes him and he likes her as well. So like, would that? Yeah. What's that?
It's a numbers game.
Huh?
It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, there happens a lot of the time what you're saying, but as I said, depends on the approach. From the approach you can, for example, before coming over here, somebody literally stopped me.
Okay.
It was my friend, and he was like, oh, what are you doing? I was like, I'm married.
Okay.
Like, you can see from the type of approach.
Yeah.
So he gave me the impression of not stopping just me, but 100 people that he met on the street.
Okay.
I said, it's the type of approach. You can see when somebody is approaching you because he literally doesn't want to make that moment to go away, or when he's approaching just because like it's like, oh, she's hot, let's approach her.
Okay. So you can just sense it, right? You can just sense it.
I can sense it.
Yeah, you're quite good at that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Have you ever done like online dating? Either of you? Have you done like Instagram or?
Yeah, not online, through Instagram. I don't know if you're talking about Tinder on these apps, but I don't like using them. But through like Instagram and stuff like this, like talking to people after meeting them face by face.
Have you ever had like a guy like just like goes into your DMs and just try and?
I love.